A victory for some Austin homeowners.
A Texas utility reimbursed them after neighbors were forced to spend tens of thousands of dollars to fix sewer equipment. The West Austin residents say they got a raw deal when equipment failures led to sewage overflowing in yards and into their water source, that is Lake Austin.
But they never gave up, calling on lawmakers, state regulators, and the KVUE Defenders for help. As investigative reporter Jenny Lee shows us, the Public Utility Commission is also investigating.
A passion that started years ago isn't heard much in Ollie Zimmerman's home anymore. When we visited, Ollie was focused on something foul instead.
Sewage being gone is definitely music to my ears.
During the summer,
this is broken inside.
Ollie dealt with broken sewer equipment and a utility that refused to fix it.
Notice the smell on July 18th.
His grinder pump, the piece of equipment that grinds solid waste before it's piped for treatment, stopped working. Undine LLC provides water and wastewater utilities to Ollie and his neighbors. Ollie said a company representative told him to make the repairs himself.
And they said, you may send us the bill.
And they would reimburse him. But Ollie said Undine hadn't paid back several of his neighbors who made similar repairs, expenses that racked up to more than $100,000. So Ollie refused.
This tank fills up, it overflows, right? It has nowhere else to go.
Ollie said the overflow of raw sewage made his family sick.
I informed the utility about multiple of us having GI issues.
For several days,
we couldn't live in our home as we normally would.
But Ollie was also worried about sewer runoff draining from his yard into the storm drain, down the Slope Street, and into Lake Austin, a source of drinking water for the Green Shores on Lake Austin community.
I was very concerned for my neighbors.
Ollie filed a complaint with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality. That TCEQ investigation found Undine failed to properly operate and maintain the wastewater treatment plant collective system. Specifically, the grinder pump system was found to be non-functional and leaking. TCEQ investigators also discovered it wasn't the first time these West Austin neighbors have had issues with Undine.
It's around 3 dozen.
Well, this hill's a grind.
Including Steve Hudson, who had his sewage overflow issues 3 weeks before Ollie.
I came out here one day and noticed or smelled a problem.
Steve noticed his grinder pump stopped working.
It was muddy and marshy with sewer all around it here on this side. This area here was full of sewer.
He reported the leak to Undine. In emails back and forth that spanned more than a week, Undine wrote they couldn't find a leak, refused reimbursements, and said grinder pump maintenance is the responsibility of the property owner.
Just beyond frustrating, and I'm appalled at that behavior.
As raw sewage continued leaking.
The public hazard of having open sewer in a yard
led Steve to replace the grinder pump and make related repairs himself. The total price tag, more than $8,600. Then a few days later, another leak.
Big water spout shooting up from my property
left Steve with overflowing sewage again.
I looked out here from my front window and saw a geyser shooting up, and it was hitting the bottom of this tree and came down in the roadway.
Straight into Lake Austin. Steve said repairs didn't happen for at least 7 hours. Amplifying neighbors' frustration, Undine's refusal to make repairs came after the Public Utility Commission ruled that Undine's customers are not responsible for routine maintenance and repairs, and that the utility violated state law when it refused to repair and replace a grinder pump for another Green Shores neighbor who filed a complaint back in 2022.
Can you imagine any part of Austin where you had utility ratepayers that were responsible for hundreds of thousands of dollars of maintenance that the utility was supposed to be paid for? You'd hear an uprising.
Austin City Councilman Mark Duchin represents some of the Green Shores at Lake Austin community. He was concerned even after the city passed an ordinance denying Undine's request to raise the wastewater rate by 76% and the water rate by 28%.
It's merely about wealth extraction, which is why they came to the city for a rate increase.
State lawmakers also got involved. Representative Vicki Goodwin and Senator Sarah Eckhart's staff monitored the situation and reached out to Undine, the TCEQ, and the PUC. Duchin says raising awareness is crucial for all citizens.
I think it's important that word gets out about this kind of danger to communities when you've got a bad utility actor.
In August, Ali testified before the PUC.
I urge you to revoke Undine's certificate to operate as a utility in Texas.
The KVUE Defenders started reaching out in September. 2 weeks later, Undine reversed course and agreed to reimburse Greenshore homeowners for their repairs.
Undine denied our request for an interview, but through an email, the company said it worked with Greenshore's representatives and reimbursed customers about $200,000. Undine said it accepted responsibility for the maintenance and repair of grinder pumps in Greenshores. But the company also said grinder pump repairs and maintenance and other Undine systems will be determined on a system-by-system basis. Meantime, PUC's Division of Compliance and Enforcement is still investigating Undine's practices and maintenance complaints, including Ollie Zimmerman's. We have more on Undine's response on our website. Just head on over to KVUE.com. For the KVUE Defenders, I'm Jenny Lee.